What out, chaps? How's it going? Right, I'm going to have to attempt the impossible here. I'm going to have to defend my man David Starkey, who I have been a massive fan of for years. Like, if I see his name pop up on YouTube, I'll watch it. He's funny, and he's a great speaker. He's a fucking nice old man, and he just talks sense. But he's been savage today. David Starkey has officially been cancelled today. They do not deserve this fucking shit. It is unbelievable. You'd think they'd just fucking firebombed an orphanage and then kicked fucking Mr. Motivator to death in the car park. Like, it's unfucking believable. Now, surprisingly and annoyingly, Darren Grimes fucking apologised. What an idiot. I've been a big fan of Darren Grimes because he's just a fucking poor working class northern lad. And they've had it in for him since he had the temerity to support fucking Brexit, just like the working classes did across the entire UK and especially in the north. But the worst thing about this is, he fucking apologised. Like, people that are in the know, myself and anyone else that's part of the sort of centrist right-wing YouTube community, knows that you can't fucking apologise to these people. Like Winston Churchill said, it's like feeding a fucking crocodile and hoping it eats you last. You cannot appease full-blown far-left ideologues, rabid fucking communists, and mad mental Marxists. You just can't. You have to dig your heels in and say, fuck you, you move. That's the way it works. Darren, God love him, fucking caved. He said, hand on heart, I wasn't engaged enough in the interview and I should have been. I don't support or condone his words. And I'm really sorry. Like an idiot. And we know what's coming, right? You don't need me to scroll down, boys and girls. You know what's coming. Do you think someone said, oh, cheers, Darren. Now you've apologised politely, we'll let you off then? No. It's just... Well, I commented. Said, you can't reason with these people. Everyone knows what he meant. You should have stuck to your guns, you balmy bastard. You've basically just wrote a suicide note. He definitely has. The left want more blood and will never accept an apology, and the right will lose all respect for you. He's totally fucked it up. Everybody knows what he meant by it, and I will play it for you. It's not that bad, but they're out for his blood, just like Dominic Cummings. Nobody thinks Dominic Cummings, it was the end of the world when he drove home to see his fucking missus, but they make out like it's the end of the world because they want to destroy you, because you had the temerity to stand against them. It's painfully obvious to anyone who's got an iota of fucking objectiveness in their entire body. It's so fucking... I can't believe he apologised. The man needs a fucking slap off his mum. Oh no, I can't say that. He needs to give his head a good fucking shake. Christ. So anyway, he got tortured. Look, lol, we know you agreed with every word. Yeah, save your career, Femi. Feels racist, sounds racist, definitely racist. Femi loves playing the race card. He only got to stand outside 10 Downing Street because he plays the fucking race card endlessly. Fucking Femi, fuck off. Look, you gave him the platform, evil. No excuse, evil. Darren, don't start crumbling. Yeah, they told him. Oh, look, I'm confused. MPs are getting involved because they hate Darren Grimes. They despise him. They want to crush Darren Grimes beneath their iron-shod boots. We know, we've seen it. You did it to fucking Dominic Cummings for fuck all. Dominic Cummings did nout. It was not the end of the world. Everyone's been cheating a little bit during the lockdown and they blew it up out of all proportions because they're nakedly partisan. They have political reasons. They despise the baldy Geordie bastard because he stood against them and won. And it's the same here. Darren Grimes proved how shameless and dishonest our politicians are and the powers that be that smeared him and lied about him, and now they want blood and they'll never stop until they get it. You misspelled sorry for platforming racist. Too late, you've shown your true colours. Like, literally like he's fucking Adolf, the poor little cunt. So it's going to get rough for Darren. He's going to get absolutely fucking destroyed out of all common sense or logic. He doesn't deserve it. It wasn't the end of the world. So moving to the actual comment.
Slavery was not genocide. Otherwise, there wouldn't be so many damn blacks in Africa or in Britain, would there? You know, an awful lot of them survived. What again? There's no point in arguing against globalization or Western civilization. They are all products of it. We are all products of it. The honest teaching of the British Empire is to say, quite simply, it is the first key stage of world globalization. It's probably the most important moment in human history, and it is still with us. Its consequences are still on, and generally speaking, in most ways, actually fruitful. There are downsides, again, as the Brexit vote demonstrated. So that's how you go about tackling it. And as for the idea, as I said, that slavery is this kind of terrible disease that dare not speak its name, it only dare not speak its name, Darren, because we settled it nearly 200 years ago. We don't normally go on about the fact that Roman Catholics once upon a time didn't have the vote and weren't allowed to have their own churches because we had Catholic emancipation. And you know what? We had Catholic emancipation at pretty much exactly the same time that we got rid of slavery in the 1830s. Mm-hmm. We don't go on about that.
That's that. Is that the most controversial thing in the world? I don't think so. It's very fucking milquetoast if you really sit down and think about it. What did he say that was wrong? It's almost as simplistic as you could literally just drop the dam and it wouldn't even be a controversial comment. It's a factually accurate, proven fucking fact. I overuse the term fact there, but I'm fucking sick of spelling this out. History is not up for debate. It's not your opinion. The far left and the commie fuckers want to just rewrite the history books. Well, every tyrant in history does it, don't they? Because they don't want to be forced to look back at it. They want to rewrite the history books and pretend everything was different because it makes their narrative easier to sell to people. It's not fucking accurate. Slavery in the Ottoman Empire, right? I always go on about these because seriously, my point with the Ottomans is those fuckers were at it well late. They were famous for sexual slavery. They were at it throughout the 19th century. Do you think these barmy bastards were going to beat us to it? Do you? Do you think the fucking Ottomans or the fucking Persians or the Egyptians or anybody else was going to just go ahead and free everybody? It was as common as fucking muck. It was buying and selling people 500 years ago was as common as buying and selling a fucking cabinet. Which has always intrigued me about Jesus, because you'd think if he was really a carpenter, some fucker would have kept a stool. Summit. You'd have kept something to pass down to the kids, wouldn't you? You'd go, oh yeah, you know that bloke who said he was God and then nailed him to a cross and then the fucking earth exploded? He made that fucking chest of drawers. That'd definitely be an heirloom. But anyway, it's just factually accurate. It wasn't a genocide. It definitely wasn't. Because people were property. They were property for 10,000 years. It wasn't weird. It was property. So you bought and sold them. And you don't destroy valuable property, do you? You don't fucking wrap your Mercedes round a tree on purpose. Do you know why? Because you can sell the Mercedes to somebody else. Of course it wasn't a genocide. Most of them lived because most of them were worth money. And then eventually slavery got fucking banned thanks to the British Empire, the first one in human history to ever ban slavery. Yeah, they hadn't seen partially banned slavery abroad. They didn't go to China and go, fucking hell, they're almost free, all the people here. We'll just improve on it a bit. No, they invented the concept. For 10,000 years, humans were sold like fucking animals. And thanks to the efforts of William Wilberforce, who apparently got so angry about it because he was such a moral man, it used to make him sick, and he vowed he wouldn't rest until we finally banned the practice. Thanks to them, people like him, great men, pioneers, visionaries, free thinkers, philosophers, and fucking, more importantly, decent people, especially for the time that they lived in, the slave trade got banned. But it was not a genocide because you keep things that are worth a lot of money. That's a proven fact. And as for the damn part, fair one, sounds pretty bad. But when you're a historian and your entire life's work has been about teaching history and a bunch of fucking insane, fucking mental lefty cunts write shit like this. Muhammad was a feminist, yeah? This is the norm in our universities now. Mental. demonstrably false. Upside down. Grass is blue and the sky is green. Fucking mental. When you're a fucking historian, one of the most revered in the country, and you have to deal with Muhammad was a feminist, you get fucking angry. So I'm surprised he doesn't put damn in every sentence. Damn this and damn that, who gives a fuck? He doesn't mean damn I really, really want to gas a few 100 million people. He's just damn, he's frustrated. It's like, get us a beer. Where is it? It's in the damn fridge. It doesn't mean I hate beer or fridges. You can tell by the way he says it. It's not that big of a deal. And I pointed out here on one of Lawrence Fox's comments, 99.99% of BME in Britain, that's black and minority ethnic if you're American, moved there voluntarily in the last 70 years. We didn't have slavery. They've moved there for 70 years. There was hardly any black people at all in Britain in 1940. And for the last 30, they've moved heaven and earth to get there, usually illegally, and then beg to fucking stay. They make shit up all the time. That's what I've covered it loads on my BBC videos. I'm a lesbian, I'm gay, even though I've got 9 kids. Anything to be able to stay, and they still want us to believe that anyone with a tan hates it in Britain. Britain's evil, and fucking Thatcher invented the fucking practice in 1986. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. It's this level of absurdity. So when David Starkey gets pissed off and says, there wouldn't be so many of them if it wasn't for the dam, he didn't do anything wrong. And he was stating a proven fact. Property is valuable and people don't destroy it on purpose. Done. It wasn't a genocide. It definitely wasn't. And if it wasn't for one 4-letter word, none of these fuckers would have a leg to stand on. Look, if it wasn't for the dam, it would have been nothing. And considering he's a fucking historian, the left makes history into fiction, I'm amazed he doesn't put a dam in every sentence. And it doesn't make him Hitler, does it? He's a nice old man who's fucking 80, and he's not a racist, and he's never advocated stripping black people of voting rights, or joined the Klan, or advocated violence, or forced deportations, or anything, ever. You can't judge someone off a fucking 4-letter word and decide, oh yeah, 80-year-old man, therefore racist. It doesn't make sense. Don't listen to what people say. Watch what they do. And in his fucking long time on God's green earth, he's never done anything that marks him as a racist. Never. He might say politically incorrect things because he's old. He's never done anything. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't advocate stripping black people of the rights because of how they look. He doesn't advocate anything. He's fucking milquetoast. He's nowhere near a racist. He's not even as right-wing as some of the fuckers in the Tory party. It's a mountain out of a molehill. Julia Hartley-Blue was sticking up for them. But seriously. Anyway, I don't want to go on. I've gone on long enough. That's that. Mountain out of a molehill. Nothing. Historian gets angry because of shit like this. Fiction. Jewish News joining in. Oh, they blasted him for saying slavery was not genocide. To suggest that genocide did not take place because some of those who were persecuted survived is dangerous. Some of them. It wasn't genocide. It was trading property. Property is valuable. Nobody fucking destroys property on purpose. Done. You can't fucking blame the guy for losing his fucking temper. He did nothing wrong. He shouldn't apologise. Darren fucking Grimes shouldn't have apologised. And people need to calm the fuck down. It's painfully obvious they've been after them ever since Brexit. Darren Grimes is enemy number 1, and that's why you've got a lot of MPs going after him. Fucking rat bastards. He's a kid as well. He's like 22 or something. And they're fucking harassing him. Haranguing the poor cunt. He's a kid from County Durham. He's proper poor and working class. And fucking vermin MPs, millionaire, Remainer, authoritarian scum want to kick him to bits. Because, well, he didn't even say anything, did he? Because he sat there and nodded in reverence to the very old man who was doing the talking. Honestly, it's fucking proper made me angry, even angrier than usual. And I am an angry Bootneck. Now I'm an incandescent with rage Bootneck. Millionaire, privileged, upper and middle class Remainer shitbags picking on a 20-year-old. Single parent family, no money, no privilege, nothing. Fucking want to gouge his eyes out because he sat there and nodded a few times. And fucking David Starkey, a nice polite old man with an 80 fucking year career who's never hurt a fly. fucking makes me sick. Give Darren Grimes a follow if you're on Twitter and you haven't. He's a good lad, and he doesn't deserve any of it. And shout out to him and David Starkey. Poor bastards. Anyway, that's that. If you disagree, let me know. I want to know, am I missing the mark here or not? I don't think it was that unreasonable at all. It's a fucking storm in a teacup for politically motivated reasons. But let me know what you think. As always, like and share them with anyone who you think would be interested. I love a fucking argument. And frankly, not enough people take me on. So I'd love some disagreements in the comments. Let me know. Cheers.